close your eyes. Are they closed? Good. Keep them closed. Because I said so, that's why. Isn't that enough? I feed you. I bathe you. I clothe you. I home you. So if I simply ask you to close your eyes and keep them closed, is that such a tall order? A tall order would be ordering a cheeseburger from the head of Minute Bowl. Are they still closed? Fantastic. You are doing yourself and your family a favor as you walk outside and lay down on your new hammock. Takes a while because hammocks are hard to get into. Start with your arms, one leg. Tough to balance, slipping right, left. You also have a book and lemonade. Finally, you settle into your hammock. Mesh. Lying in your hammock. Eyes closed. Staring up at the sun. Sun. You're so close to falling asleep. And then you hear it. You open your eyes and look up. Nothing but white puffies. Huh, that was odd. You close your eyes again. Open your eyes again. Nothing but white puffies. Oh well. Back to bed. Maybe I'll read another chapter in my Brad Thor novel to put me to sleep. But then you see it. A thin, white streak across the baby blue sky. You calmly try to get out of the hammock and fall. You look around. Thank God no one saw that. Thank God no one saw that. Up in the sky is a white line, squiggly. Did a skywriter have a stroke? Or is it something more? Open your eyes. Hi, I'm Dr. Rich. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hi, I'm Dr. Rich, or am I? Thank you for joining me tonight as we attempt to pry open the lid on the cauldron of uncertainty that contains the answer to the question that many men and women alike, from San Fran to Amsterdam, north to pole to south, every green, brown, blue, other colored acres in between have been asking for the last millions and millions of years or more. Is it possible for the United States government to control us from the sky? Or, in 11 less words, do chemtrails happen?
Airplanes often leave white trails in the sky. The National Weather Service calls them contrails, condensed water vapor caused by the jet engines. But other theories claim they are chemtrails, chemicals mixed with plane emissions. A secret government project to crop dust the entire country.
According to Wikipedia, the term chemtrail is a portmanteau of the words chemical and trail. And according to Webster's dictionary, portmanteau is the combination of two words to form one word. Contrail, condensation and trail. Believers in this conspiracy speculate that the purpose of the claimed chemical release, as you saw in our open, may be solar radiation management, psychological manipulation, human population control, weather modification, or perhaps even biological or chemical warfare. And that the trails cause respiratory illness and other health problems. People think it's only kooks and quacks that believe this. If so, you think wrong. Smart people, weathermen, captains of industry, adults, even some Hollywood celebrities believe chemtrails exist. One of these celebrities is the late great Dick Gregory. Rest in peace, whenever that was. Dick, of course, was a fantastic comedian, I'm told, but I personally remember him most from Saturday Night Live and his famous hot tub sketch. D. Greg believed in chemtrails. D. Greg believed in chemtrails and therefore was worried about them, and being a celebrity, used his public platform to expose himself on the topic. Speaking about it, warning about it, preaching about it, sister. And he made some very compelling arguments. Dick, of course, was of the lead and manganese wing of the chemtrail school, believing that the government is dropping lead and manganese on us. And Dick was worried, because Dick saw how it was affecting his family, his friends, his community. He saw lead and manganese dropped from these airplanes was wreaking havoc in his neighborhood. And if you don't believe me, listen to Dick. Nurse?
Nurse practitioner, doctor.
Nurse. Dick Gregory.
How much lead are you putting in my neighborhood? Lead affects my thinking capacity. Lead, there's only one thing on the planet more dangerous than lead, and that's manganese. Manganese will make you kill your mama. And let me tell y'all something. If you want to see the largest homicide rate in the world, it ain't in no black ghetto in America. It's a little town in Australia where them white folks' homicide rate is 200 times what their population is. That town is located across the street from a manganese plant. How much manganese are you spraying in my neighborhood at night while I'm asleep? I'm asleep.
How much? But Dick Gregory isn't the only dead celebrity who believes deeply in chemtrails. None other than the Purple Master himself, the Purple Prince of Pop, the symbol formerly known as the artist named Prince himself, was also a believer in chemtrails, and a strong one. Even though he was a slight man. My researchers recently dug up some archival footage of a rare interview the Purple One did with recently accused sexual groper and pervert Travis Smiley, where Sir Prince talks about chemtrails being the inspiration for his hit song Purple Rain. I always wondered what that song was about, and this squares that circle. But apparently after learning about chemtrails from Dick Gregory, he was influenced to write this iconic tune. Here is him saying it just so much in his own words. Nurse?
Nurse practitioner, doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
he said something that really hit home about this phenomena of chemtrails. And, you know, when I was a kid, I used to see these trails in the sky all the time. And so, oh, that's cool. A jet just went over. And then you started to see a whole bunch of them. And the next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing, and you didn't know why. Okay? And you really didn't know why. I mean, everybody was fighting. So he started riffing about the chemtrails. And he started to say things that hit home so hard. And I would recommend that everybody try to get what he said online or wherever and try to get a copy of it and just listen to it. Because I was so moved that I had to write the song.
How do we stop this? How do we stop these chemtrails? I've posed this question to scientists around the world. My inbox was empty. Until I finally got in touch with renowned colleague, former colleague, long story, former colleague of mine and a meteorologist. He's also a former pilot. He is also a licensed podiatrist and a chemical scholar, a chemtrail scholar. His name is Dr. Seth Gordman. He's been studying this for over 22 years, the chemtrails, and he believes that chemtrails begin with a battle between the forces of light and the forces of darkness. This was confusing to me, so I got his phone number, and we're going to try to get him live via satellite right now, see if we can get him out and help him expand on his theory. Nurse, could you try to get Mr. Dr. Gordman on the phone?
Nurse practitioner.
Dr. Grossman?
Nurse practitioner.
Thank you, nurse. What the hell's going on here? Hello? Oh, hey, doctor. If the future of chemtrail rests on the battle between forces of good and light, when do you expect that battle to take place and who will win?
You know, the question is a great question,
Thank
and
you.
I don't really know the answer. I'm expecting the forces of light to defeat the forces of darkness,
Okay.
you know, sooner than later, and then the chemtrails will stop. Now, will our skies clear? Mother Earth does a lot to clear the skies, and that's the second thing I would say is that the science mind, the dark force science mind that created the HAARP, there's light force science people who can create the positive scalar wave and figure out how to clear the sky.
Okay.
So we have options. So I think it's possible. I'm an optimist, but I think it's possible. Well, first, it's not going to stop until the Dark Alliance is defeated, which may happen much sooner than later.
Hello? I lost Dr. Grossman. Sooner than later. Not exactly an exact time frame. But he is a great man. And yes, an even better doctor. And while you all ponder the sadness of this battle of dark and light coming upon us, let's take a humor break. Nurse,
Nurse practitioner, doctor.
get me someone on the horn.
Thank you for calling U-Haul. To keep our promises with you, we are recording this call.
Oh, no.
For store hours and directions, press 1. For all other inquiries, press 2.
calling you Home Moving and Storage. This is Liliana. How can I help you today?
Hi, Eliana. This is Dr. Rich, live from Australia yesterday. How are you?
Good.
Good. I was calling to see if you guys rented trailers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What kind do you have?
The different kinds. Can I start off with your cell phone number, email address, so I can start a quote?
Sure,
for you?
310@gmail.com. Do you have ones that will... Ma'am?
Yes.
Do you have chemtrails trailers?
Chemtrails?
Yeah, I'm a government pilot, and I need to have the chemicals trailing behind my plane, so I need a chemtrailer.
A chemtrail. No, not a chemtrail.
Could you check?
Trailer.
Could you check?
Sorry.
Could you check the computer?
Yes. Hold on, because I know that we do have like business ones. Let me transfer you to our customer service.
Wait,
Hold on.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Chemtrails? Like
Yeah, hold
behind an airplane?
Yes. No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
But hold on 1 second.
Protect your pets. Just wasn't really getting it there. Just wasn't really getting it. Can't all be home runs. Okay. Back to my question before that lady ruined my joke. How do we defend ourselves from chemtrails? Darkness, light, we don't know when this battle's going to happen. One of the best ways I guess we can do this is rely on ourselves, self-reliance. And after some deep research, I have discovered a controversial medical procedure that one can ideally perform in the privacy of their own home. I believe all you really need is water, your own bladder, some buckets, maybe some plastic. The innovator of this anti-chemtrail self-defense is a scientist, acclaimed biologist, certified ethicist at the University of Chicago with a PhD in biochemical engineering. His name is Dr. Robert Forsland. And here we have a clip from one of his online lectures on how to defend yourself from chemtrails at home using the natural ingredients found only in your own body. Nurse. Dr. Forsland, please.
Nurse practitioner, doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
Urine therapy and chemtrails. So we're going to talk about that for a moment.
Okay.
Urine therapy and chemtrails. Okay, this is my urine right now. I just went. It's been looped several times. It's beginning to clear up. Probably need to drink a little bit more distilled water and it'll clear right on up.
Sure.
Okay. The reason why I'm showing you that is you can look at how clean it is, that the urine is absolutely famous for removing all foreign matter from the body. So anything that's in the body that's not supposed to be in the body will be eradicated out of the excretory system. It will be magnetically attracted, and the question that was brought up is aluminum is a non-magnetic metal. So how is it that distilled water or urine therapy can remove this toxin? Okay, it's not just done on the magnetic level.
Right.
It's done on the molecular level.
The what?
And anytime you really, really, really put a large amount of distilled liquids inside the body's going to induce a reaction.
Okay,
because the body knows what it needs and what it don't need. But it needs the right materials to flush it out of the body. The
Okay,
body,
doctor.
the body, the body, the body, the body.
I can see why there's a long waiting list for his classes. But Dr. Rich, you're asking yourself, what about places that don't have airplanes, that airplanes don't fly over? Great question. I asked it too before you. And the answer is the government, and this is the theory, I'm not taking a side, they enlist foot soldiers, undercover agents that spread the chemicals, be it the manganese Dick Gregory spoke about or other chemicals. The government employs plainclothes agents. Did I believe this? I wasn't sure. So I had our lead investigator actually, Dick Fitzdickman, go undercover to catch some of these agents. And after 3 months traveling the globe from Muncie, Indiana to Taipei, Taiwan, and over other 60 more cities around the globe, he went to places where no airplanes fly over. These are cities out of flight paths. And our undercover investigator, Dickman, caught the government agents spreading chemtrails manually. Here's what he found. Nurse.
Nurse practitioner, doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Jesus. It's one of them. Oh, man. It's manganese. Oh, Jesus. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. No. Manganese. How well trained they are. Elusive. Oh no. Oh no. Jesus Christ. What won't the government do? What won't the government do? Now, I hate to scare my viewers, you know that. You're a viewer. But sometimes, unfortunately, that is the side effect of telling the truth, which is the core goal of this show. But one of the casualties of veracity can be innocence. The great Ernest Hemingway knew this with his Nick Adams stories. I recommend Indian Camp. I think that's the title. And learning about what these chemicals can do, sadly or gladly, at how you look at it, puts an end to this innocence. Yes, we've heard manganese, iron, this chemical, that chemical, foot agents, urine. Maybe it's to keep us all under control or docile. What if it goes wrong? What if one of the government's scientists gets the formula wrong? We don't know what would happen. Or do we? Because during a routine man-on-the-street newscast just outside of Kansas City, Missouri, this very such scenario was caught on tape, as the man you're about to see, name withheld, was later found to have lived on the most populous flight path in the world. He had had chemtrails sprayed upon him from birth till this interview. And after this interview, his blood level was found to have extremely dangerous and unnatural levels of manganese, lead, LSD, alcohol, iron, and pentium dioxide, Viagra, and ibuprofen. Most of those are chemtrail ingredients. He was overdosed, and the chemicals kicked in just as he was being interviewed. To say this was terrifying would be true. And after the interview, this man was never seen again. So children, if you're in the room, please leave it now. Nurse, a man with
Nurse
disease.
practitioner, doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Just chemtrails.
What's your name?
My name? Oh, let me tell you my name. I'm confused because, you know, like we're supposed to believe in the ministry, right? So is the church and state supposed to be separate? I'm confused because I never went to school, right? Is a confused person get a resolution? I don't understand. You see, when you go like that, right, you have a cross, 2 sticks, right? And that's how I felt when I was in Waterloo. Because when I walked in Waterloo and smiled at people, they treated me like a vampire. They used the cross and they went like this by not smiling at me. In Toronto, hey, hi guys, you know me, Steve Spiros, easygoing. Those who know me, I'm a nobody. You understand? And you can't kill a person with no body. So why am I afraid? I'm not afraid. I'm afraid of the boogeyman. Who's the boogeyman? You figure it out. I'm getting out of here. I'm going back to Waterloo where the vampires hang out. And I'm gonna wear my sunglasses at night. You know why? Because women show their tits, have short skirts, and then they feel violated when I look at them.
What?
Why? Because I have sunglasses on and I'm weird. I'm from Humberside. I'm sorry if I made a fool of Humberside, but all those people who called me a sleepwalker, I woke up. Now I'm going back to sleep because I'm going to be committed in an isolation room because I'm going to go back to the ministry and allow them to perceive me as I am, a fuck up. Goodbye. Hey, Toronto the good. Look at this square. It was a shithole when I worked here. Now it looks like New York, Manhattan. Where are the bums? There's no bums here. Toronto doesn't have bums. But Waterloo, they're creating bums. They created me. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's the church. Talk to the Pope. He knows everything. I had it. I'm gonna die. How can you die when you're dead? Oh, wait a second. I'm gonna be crucified, right? I'm not gonna raise my voice because I'm committed to the Lord. I love you.
Chilling. Note to self. Avoid Waterloo. And now for my opening closing statement. I'd like to end this evening differently than I normally end evenings. Tonight I'm simply going to paraphrase the wonderful lyrics of a deceased fast food legend, Roy Rogers. Some chemtrails are happy ones, others are blue. It's the way you ride the chemtrail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy chemtrails to you. Until we meet again. Happy chemtrails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy chemtrails to you. Until we meet again.